Fire system. I don't know if any of you saw the little horns in your units. Probably very subtly, you didn't notice that. But we had to bring the fire system up to code. When we checked from the hallways and the fire system went out, we were told that the decibels were not loud enough, that if you were in your unit with your bedroom door closed, it was not loud enough to be able to wake you up. And so we had to go through and retrofit alarms within each one of the units to bring the decibel level up. So anyone could hear if there was a fire alert to be able to get out of their units. So that was kind of the upgrade and bring this back into code. So some of this is a necessity to bring us back up to code. Waste treatment. This is kind of an ongoing process. There's talk, and we don't know when, of bringing a new sewer system through there. So some would tell you it's coming pretty soon, and some would tell you it's 4 or 5 years. But the problem we have is, first of all, we've got to maintain our permit on our current system. And the second thing is we had to get engineers in here to engineer till we run the pipe out to the road and be able to hook into that system. So somewhere along the line it's coming in. We have the engineering plan, so we know what to do out here to get the thing hooked up, and then we'll have to get rid of the old system sitting out here. So that's we're preparing for it. We have the permit for the current one in case it takes a long time to get in, but we're also prepared for the new one. Seawall. Did we get the study in, or we were going to get the study in?
So we got the study in, and it's in excellent shape.
Okay, good.
Excellent shape.
That's another thing we paid for, is we got the engineers to come in to look at the seawall to see if there's any undermining of the seawall. Once the waves come in and they start cutting that seawall, if they should cut into that seawall where it starts deteriorating, this whole front goes. So there was a lot of concern there, so we paid the dollars, we got the engineers in, we checked it out, as Katie just said, the seawall's secure. So we're good for a while on that. We don't have to spend a lot of money on it. Okay, that brings me to the interior decorating plan. So you can see there's a lot of things that we had to do. There's some things that we needed to do, but we needed to understand all that and figure out how much money that we had. We had our settlement. We've done all the work on the outside of the building and on the grounds. It left us with somewhere around $850,000 left. Now, taking a look to see some of the things that are coming up, we're not going to drain that down to nothing and then come back and tell all of you that we're going to have to put an assessment through and start raising maintenance fees and make this thing unaffordable. So what we're trying to do is understand what's in front of us to determine how much money we have to spend, and then from there put together a plan on the constant improvement and changing of the interior. So that's what we are. Pull this up. I have 2 copies of the plan with me that's been completed. You guys can take a look at it. I don't have any other copies. But as you'll see, I mean, the emphasis on this is to provide consistency as we move forward when we start maintaining the rooms. Hear a lot of complaints, why is my room like this, or why is my room like that, or who bought this, or who bought that, you know. So what we're trying to do is, first of all, put a plan together. Once we have the plan, to take a look at it, and we determine what we were going to do and what we were not going to do, and then go back and take a look at the dollars that we had to spend, and then put a prioritization together, and then come up with a phase 1 and do this thing over time instead of coming out with special assessments. So what we do is we work off this plan, and there's a layout for each one of the units. So we know and understand as we go along what we're going to replace and what we're going to replace it with. We have color schemes in there, so I've had a licensed interior decorator come through and draw this up. Some of the stuff has already been picked out, and I can show you that. Some of the stuff, there's only suggestions in here to give you an idea as we move along and we start getting into different phases of this thing. We'll be going through and making selections in keeping with the interior decor. What we're looking for is maintenance, because what we have right now is not easy to maintain. I'm sure you've all seen that. We could work our housekeeping to death and still couldn't keep it up to some people's standard. It's just because when it was done before, we're looking with the sins of the past, and they're not very maintainable. Some of the floors, for whatever reason, weren't sealed. The grout wasn't sealed. If you ever worked with grout, there's no way that you can keep that grout clean. You can scrub it every day and you're still going to get a stain in it. And then, for whatever reasons, there was changes made within the rooms. Some people would say we got away from our tropical look, and that's what we're looking for. Pleasant, tropical, not exorbitant, comfortable. So that's what this plan is about. And I'll have them laying out here, but I can give you a little layout of what we've got. It'll show you different selections. Some of the ones in red have been selected. Some of the other ones are ideas. Carpeting, fans, tile, chairs, furniture. So as you walk down through this, you'll see all the different selections, and you can come up and take a look at it. And then as you get towards the back, we walk down through a list of everything that we would like to see take place. So here's a list in the back of all the things we want. For instance, structural repairs under the floor, replace fans and light fixtures, closet doors, fix the suspended ceiling, drywall, kitchens, bathrooms, countertops. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So this is the intent on what we're going to focus on over a period of time. And then we'll base our phases off from the items that are on here and then phase the thing in so we can manage some of the money that we've got coming in, some of the interest that we've got coming in, and try to play this so we can get the entire thing done without having to go to the special assessment or raise maintenance. So that's the whole idea of this thing, is make it consistent, renovate it, but not go elaborate and not, make our maintenance fees exorbitant or, to hurt some of the people that are already struggling to pay their fees, because these are not good economic times. Some of the other things that are ongoing, you see with the TVs, we still have the old style TVs. They don't even make them anymore. But as it goes along, I don't think we've done this yet. Have we lost a TV yet when we've gone into flat screen?
Not yet, but I'm not looking forward to it because every other unit's going to want the same TV.
Right. Kate's afraid that somebody's going to get a flat screen and somebody else is going to use a baseball bat on hers. But the idea is over time, you'll see in the decoration plan that we will bring in flat screens to replace the old models that you can't buy anymore, and eventually get them mounted so you can move them on the walls. As the TV will go out, we'll take the ones out of the living room and move them into the extra bedroom or the 2 bedrooms. So you'll have a TV in both bedrooms, and you'll also have your TV in the living room. And over a period of time, we'll go from all these screens to flat screens.
Can you figure out size yet?
No, we haven't thought size. And then the appliances, we've got a lot of appliances in there. They're different colors. Come in with the colors and make sure everything's consistent with each room. And then we have appliances that we really get there to put the preventive maintenance plan in there so we know over a period of time. You just got a plan on taking refrigerators that are rusty before they're all rusty, or appliances that are breaking down, and get them out of there and replace them. So it's just a preventive maintenance plan. Let me stop a minute and see if there's any questions.